Hi, this is Phil. Saw a great article last week in Construction News. This is beginning of September 2018 on how to spot the next Carillion. Carillion being significant because it's the largest corporate collapse in the UK, probably in Western Europe over the last 10 years. And what the article's looking at are what are the warning signs, inevitably asking some of the questions about how so many people manage to miss those. Well, this is not the full story, but there's a couple of things which are relatively easy to look at and may help you spot. First of all, when looking at any business's financial situation, you look at the ratio they've got of their current assets to their current liabilities. These are usually found in a balance sheet. What you're looking at here is the amount of money that they've got in any stock, if they hold physical stock, and the other assets they've got is the money owed to them, the accounts receivable and any cash. But the ratio of that to their current liabilities, in other words, the bills they've got to pay. What you're usually looking for is to make sure, very simply, there's more assets than liabilities. In Carillion's case, that was very slight indeed. In fact, the ratio of current assets to current liabilities was just about 1-to-1. Now, whilst that's an efficient use of these assets from a balance sheet point of view, in terms of the security it gives to your creditors, it's not great. So there's a balance to be achieved there between efficiency and also giving confidence to the people you owe money to. The other area which was easy to look at with Carillion, and indeed if you were a Carillion supplier you would have noticed this, was their payment terms. In terms of how quickly were they getting their money in, their accounts receivable, versus how quickly were they paying, which could have been you as a supplier, their accounts payable. Look at the average number of days. There's ways of calculating this just, again, from those balance sheet figures as well. Usually you're getting the money in quicker than it's being paid out. That's not unusual, but it's how long is it? With Carillion, this was taking increasing amounts of time. They were taking somewhere around 120 days on average to get the money in by the end of 2017, taking nearly 180 days to pay it out, sometimes even longer. So it's not just the balance between the two, but if you're seeing that trend increase, that's a possible distress signal. Now, this is not the full story of Carillion by any means, but there are a couple of things here that can give you clues about what to look for with your customers and maybe even your own organisation. Worth checking.